The start of day and end of day functionality is essential for any business. With this functionality, you are able to keep accurate records of the sales you recorded and ensure a consistent cash drawer. In this video, we'll be going over the details of these processes and how you can tailor them to your business. Let's begin with the starting balance. The starting balance is your starting point for your cash drawer at the beginning of every day. Every time you do an end of day statement, your cash drawer's balance is reset back to zero. Let's show you what this looks like. If we enter number 3 in the top right, you'll see the cash deposit starting balance button. Let's select that. And then we'll input the amount that we want in our drawer at the beginning of the day. So let's say $200 for today. And then we're going to total this out like a regular transaction, and we'll hit cash. And that $200 has now been deposited into our cash drawer and we're ready to start our day. Now, let's say you're the type of store who leaves the money in the drawer overnight. That's fine. We just need to readjust how we look at the starting balance. While it's no longer really a cash deposit per se, because the cash is already in there, you can kind of think of it as a security check to make sure all the cash is still in the drawer and you're starting off your day with the correct amount. That way, there's no room for error. If you want, you're able to change that starting balance into a denominated starting balance. It looks a little bit different. Let me show you. We hit number 3 here, hit starting balance. You'll see that this screen looks a little bit different. This is because we changed a setting within the Correct Studio so that we can record our starting balance in these specific increments. So maybe we'll want to record 5 $10 bills and 10 $1 bills and 10 $5 bills. It will continue to add these increments together and you'll have a more specific starting balance. Now we have the end of day process. The end of day process is going to be how we balance our cash drawer. There's a couple different ways we can go about this end of day process, including a lump sum amount or a denominated count. So the denominated count is going to be similar to how we do the denominated starting balance, where we select the specific dollar types, such as 5 20s, 10 1s, so on and so forth. That way you have a more specific cash drawer balance. You also have other settings within the back office, or Corona Studio as we call it, such as the max number of attempts allowed and the tolerance range, which is the range that you have to be within in order for it to accept that attempt. So a lot of times you can set that, or it's popular to set that within like a $5 range. So if the system's tracking it's $245 in the cash drawer and you put $243, it'll accept that and it will finalize the end of day statement. Additionally, once the end of day statement is processed, you have the option to set it to print a receipt version of that end of day statement, and this will show you the key sales metrics and any variance in your cash drawer balance, as well as a bunch of other little bits of key information. Now that we've talked about end of day, let's do a quick demonstration of one. We'll go back up into that number 3 menu in the top right, and we'll select Balance POS End Day. Here, it will ask us how much is in the cash drawer, so we're going to count that real quick. Let's say that there's currently $200 in the cash drawer. So let's see what happens if I try to put in $180. And then let's try applying this. It'll say it differs from the expected amount, and that means it's outside of the original range that I have set up on the device. And if we were to put in the exact amount, which is just that $200, hit enter and apply, it will process and do an end of day, print out the end of day statement if that's what we have it set up to do, and it will sign you out at the point of sale as so. And that's pretty much all you need to know. If there are any additional bits of information about anything we talked about in this video that you'd like to see, they will be listed in the description down below, leading you to some of our manual pages that will be very informative and helpful.